Hi, Mark Stewart here, author of Names Will Hurt Me, Healing for Victims of Bullying. I want to talk to you today about a form of bullying that does so much damage. Isolation. People think of bullying as someone physically pushing, shoving, grabbing someone. Or they think of names. You're calling them names, but often one of the most damaging ways that somebody can be bullied is simply to isolate them. For example, a kid goes to lunch and nobody wants to sit with them. They start to sit at a table and everybody makes them go to another table, till finally they end up alone. They very quickly get the idea that they're not welcome anywhere. And that isolation is incredibly painful. It makes you feel rejected by everyone around you. Now, to even prove this with science, there was an experiment done with infants. They had a group of infants. These are kids that had no parents, so they would have been orphans. One group of children they put in the experiment got lots of love and care from their caretakers. The other test group received food and nourishment, but they didn't receive that loving touch, that loving connection. Nobody picked them up and held them. Nobody responded immediately when they were crying. The only kind of affection they got at all or touch they got was when somebody had to change their diapers. They had to discontinue the experiment because the babies who were not getting the affection were getting sick, and they were afraid that some of them would die. We need affection that much. If you aren't getting affection, it will damage you inside. It will make you feel to the point so distant and so hurt and so unworthy of love that it can eventually make you physically ill. You can be sick from just not having enough human contact, human love and affection. It does long-term damage. Because what if you are isolated one day? That's going to hurt. That's not going to feel very good. And you're going to feel pretty lousy, even maybe physically. But what if they do this over and over and over again over a period of months or years? Before long, you are going to begin to feel like you really aren't worthy of love. And then it's going to get in your mind, and it's going to start doing damage emotionally. And then you're going to end up, whether you want to or not, it's hard to stop. I know because I eventually learned ways to stop. You're going to what's called ruminate, which is to play that over and over and over again in your mind. Even later in life, if people then come to you and they're drawn to you and you have friends, a part of you will always doubt their friendship. Maybe they're just being friends with you because they want something from you. You won't really believe that you're worthy of it because the damage was done. Now, you can overcome that. That's why I wrote the book, because I overcame that. And I know you can too. If you are someone who is doing that to another person, I don't care if it's a child or an adult, and you're making sure they're isolated, they know they're not welcome, stop now. You don't realize it's not fun and games. It's not just something temporarily to get a message across. It does permanent damage. You could wreck someone's life. Do you really want that on your conscience? And if you are the victim, if you are someone who has been isolated completely by a group of people, I'm telling you the same thing I've been saying over and over again. You are worthy of love. There's nothing wrong with you. It's the people who isolated you that were wrong. And you don't have to remain in that negative mindset. You don't have to remain feeling like you're worth less than everybody else. You are worthy of love and acceptance. And I believe in you. Thank you.